on, Mikey. Come on, Mikey. Hey, good count here.
Good.
Let's go, Mikey. Let's go. Nice throw, Mikey.
Nice hit, Mike.
Hey, good. Hey, good start. Win the battle on the ball. Hitting the ball hard. All day.
Good hit. And that's cool. And I'm got to pick up yesterday. All the different facts.
All right, let's go. How you doing?
Is there a score?
Not yet. No. Good run.
Defense up, Chris. Nice catch on there. Whoa. I'm doing here, right? We'll live with the damage. Let the dog. I see you. here. Hey, Jared, sit in there. Don't go put it in play. Don't go put it in play here. Play it off. Sandro! Hey, Jack, back in. Hey, let's take it, kid. Out of way! Swing. Left side. Good fight. Hey, last set him down here. Fight, see you get yours. Anyway here, anyway. Come on now. Hey, one right here. Let's go. Anyway. Let's go, blue ball. Work. Get that back, get that back. Hey, go one. Come on, Coop. Hey, let's go, body it up. Hey, right there. Out. Cut. Cut. Go. Approach. Hey, Steph.
back. All you.
There you go. Come on, Makai. Right, in the game, come on. Still got a game here. Still got a game here, let's go.
Right here. Where do you think that was going? Maybe one on the house? Yeah. Have you done it? Yeah. Have you gone in the house? No. One day.
Go! Hey, lad!
So rude.
Go, Teddy!
So disrespectful.
Come on now. Just swing to the back. Just swing to the back. Hey, lad, sit it down now. defense. Let's go. Hold them where they're at.
ahead. Right there, right there.
Let's go.
Go to the wind-up. They're not going anywhere. Go to the wind-up. Better.
Hey, now all in.
Get a good second there. contact. You're to hit. Good job.
Here we go. Go, Sticks. Come on now. Yeah. Kick. Yeah, Jack, go on.
What? Yeah, he caught it. Really mad.
They got close. There's the catcher.
Shoot it! Oh, yeah.
guys can just plug in.
What?
What? I already have power.
You have power in there?
Yeah. I have an extra spot on my
You know what? Do you guys know what inning this is? Yeah, it's top 5, it's 5-6. Oh, okay. There you go, Matt. One more. Good job, guys. Let's hold it. Go get it! Go get it!
Yeah. Sure. How much black on your face?
Guys, go eat. Go get something to eat. Go get something to eat. Come on, whatever you need to do.
I mean, if it's, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to play with the game,
If it's
do you need help?
No, we need if you have power, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Does this something for it?
Can you plug in audio?
Audio, yeah. Yeah, audio.
However you guys do that.
So this goes in the back of it. Yeah. Where's the hat? Yeah, I will. You go first.
You guys like us yelling?
How was that was good.
Yeah, it's going left or right? Is it gonna reach? Oh yeah, you have extender? Yeah. Alright, perfect.
Testing 1 2 3.
Testing.
Testing 1 2 3.
Testing.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I didn't realize that.
Testing.
Testing, testing, testing.
Say something.
What?
Testing.
Testing, testing.
Go ahead again, please.
Testing,
Testing.
testing. Mike, that's
Testing.
1 2
Mike,
3.
test,
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 test, test.
Oh no.
Testing,
Testing,
testing, testing.
testing.
1 2 3. Testing, 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 testing.
All right. All right, welcome into WWP. Are we on?
Yeah.
Welcome into WPT 90.3 FM. I'm here with Andy Cerrito calling the freshman baseball game, Staples versus Stamford, as we just saw our first pitch, a ball from Nick Sikorsky pitching. This is WWPT 90.3 FM in collaboration with O'Shea Productions and NFHS. And we're really excited to bring this game to you guys today.
I gotta say, I like this guy on the bump. Nick Sikorsky, I know him personally, but he might not be the fastest pitcher out there, but he's accurate. You see, he's thrown 2 strikes in a row, and I really like what he's doing here. He's making sure he's going to throw what he wants. He's not going to try to force the ball.
Nick's a close friend of both Andy and mine, as he throws a pitch. Matt Goodman hits it straight to short, and Luke Oakley, the shortstop, makes a nice clean play, and that'll be the first out. Second game. This is actually the second game of a
doubleheader.
Doubleheader. Staples won convincingly, 8-1.
And we are seeing some out of position things. Like we have Nick Porzio at catcher with a new. They normally have Jameson Russell. So I guess that's just what happens with doubleheader. People get tired and
got hurt last game. He hurt his leg sliding into second base and needing to cover in for him. Nick Porzio, another good friend of ours. Big theme, a lot of great friends of ours on this team, and a lot of cool stories about them as well. So really excited to bring that to you today. As 1-1 count, Sikorsky getting ready, loads the pitch, delivery, and swing and a miss. Strike. We got a 2-1 count.
1-2.
Or 1-2, sorry. 2 strikes, so 1 ball. As Sikorsky gets ready for another pitch delivery. A little bit high and outside.
Looks like he's trying to get someone to bite on that pitch.
Throws a nice 3-pitch mix of a fastball, slider, and changeup. As he told us in our pregame interview that he's not the fastest pitcher, but he thinks that he's pretty accurate, and he's showing it so far. A little bit outside of the next pitch, and we have a full count.
I mean, he's showing his accuracy. It's nice because he's throwing some balls. He hasn't been completely accurate, but he's showing his composure, right? He's keeping his composure on the mound, and that's what you need in a pitcher.
Yeah. His delivery, full count. Pitch, swing, miss, drop, third strike. Oh, foul tip. So it's going to stay 3-2, and we'll have another full count pitch. Porzio, not really a huge catcher. He plays a little bit. He told us himself last night he plays a little bit of catcher, but not something he does too much. More of a second baseman. So
definitely.
Gonna be a big story today to see if he can step up.
Definitely, and we know his fielding has a good shot at translating after how he plays the second base, right? He definitely has the arm. He'll be able to make some throws. It's just gonna be a matter of what happens really from these base runners.
Sikorsky missed low with the curveball on the full count pitch, and now we have runner on first, 1 out. Getting ready for another delivery. Oop, and a strike. He hits the nice bottom right corner. Beautiful pitch right there. As it was Mason Mui who walked on earlier in the last AB. And delivery. Pitch low. Nice block by Nicky to keep the runner from advancing. Pitch was in the dirt. Not a great pitch there, but as we'll see a 1-1 count right now.
And something I really like to see on this team is they know that they have some depth at first base. They got a tall, lanky, flexible guy at first, Teddy Deutsch. Yeah,
Mr. Deutsch is one of their better hitters, along with Nate Barrett, who's the other first baseman. A lot of position switching.
There is.
One last game, a couple players got hurt, but after a great win last game, I think it's the right decision to.
But that's the beauty of freshman baseball. Everyone gets to play. You can try out positions and stuff, just trying to get ready for.
We had a pass ball, and the runner did end up advancing. And count 2-2.
For the JV varsity game, you can try out new positions. You can just kind of, get used to high school baseball. It's a great environment.
Yeah, really a good developing place for most of these kids who are going to play up later on. It's strike 3, but it's dropped. And they just get the runner as he ran on the drop third strike, and he almost made it out. Kind of interesting rule in baseball, huh? If the third strike is dropped, you can run.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really understand the history behind it, but I guess it does give an incentive for the catcher to not just give up just because he knows his pitcher's throwing a strike or whatever. But
definitely. And
also, it might give a slight advantage to people who are fast, right?
Yeah.
But
as the next batter, swing and a miss. And that's strike 2, 0-2 count. And Sikorsky's looking pretty hot right now on the bump. Oh, 1 count. But Sikorsky looking pretty hot out on the bump right now. And he misses high. Right as I say that, right?
Yeah. I mean, but no, he has been playing right. He's been playing smart. He's been doing what he needs to do, right? He's throwing smart pitches. He's getting people to swing at him, and there hasn't been crazy contact. So I'm saying this is a good inning for Sikorsky so far.
Yeah, only one runner getting on off of an out. Oh, and he throws a pitch, bloops right in front of the center fielder, and that's going to be a run, as the runner had advanced from second to third before. Definitely something interesting is they always manage to steal or get a lot of pass balls. It's hard on catchers to try and throw someone out. The throw from home to second is a very hard throw.
It is, because the delivery time obviously isn't that fast. So by the time the ball gets to the catcher, the runner could be halfway to second.
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
Sikorsky, who started off pretty well as the run, only walked a runner, managed to get to third, little bloop into center field. And now we're going to see 2 outs, 1 run, and man on first.
Now this is where it really comes down to a pitcher. You just let up a run, but you know you can still redeem yourself. You can just close out this inning right here. That's what's gonna matter.
Yeah. And the delivery, swing and a miss. That's a strike. Nice authority there. As a changeup fools the batter. He looks off the runner on first. Big guy on first. That's Milky DePrada. And grounder to short. Nice pitch by Sikorsky with a slider. Easy play. Oakley at short to Deutsch, and that'll be the end of the first inning. Escaped the first inning with only 1 run. Unlucky with how the runner managed to get around.
I'm interested to see how Nick Sikorsky's going to come out in the top of the second, right? We're just going to have to see will he be able to keep his composure. Yeah, you gave up 1 run, but you got to keep your composure, stay in the game, and just keep delivering these pitches. He's being accurate.
And we're actually joined here today by a friend of ours, Harrison, who is joining us on our broadcast team today and wants to give a little insight on today's game today. And Harrison is just about to say a little bit of mic troubles right now, but we're working on it. Yeah. And the pitcher, nice 17, tall, lanky guy, warming up in the first. Harrison is now going to give us his thoughts so far on today's game.
Harrison here. I am happy to be the manager of the Staples freshman baseball team. We had a big extra inning win over Wilton on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a really great win today on Tuesday.
It was a real nail biter.
They played their last 2 games went to extra innings, so it's definitely an endurance test for the Staples team. But they're looking really hot right now.
It looks like taking the bump for Stamford is gonna be Matan Siegel.
And another interesting aspect of this game, as Harrison is about to tell us, is how it's looking like it might rain.
It is a cold, cloudy day today.
Yeah, it is. The weather is
and a little bit rainy. Thank you so much, Harrison, for that. Really helping us out on the broadcast today. As Matan Siegel looks like a really tall guy.
He is. He looks like he's built like Teddy Deutsch a little bit, our first baseman. But
yeah, he did not pitch in the first game. We had a little bit of fun as some of the lacrosse players on my lacrosse team were chirping and having a little bit of fun heckling the other team before the game. My friends trying to get into Stanford heads before the game.
Get in their head, huh? I mean, I guess we'll have to see what happens this game. Stanford is coming out with a fast start here, going up 1-0, top of the first.
So got into a couple of players' heads. Really had some fun with that. But as we look to get the inning started, Siegel steps on the bump. Delivery. Ooh, first pitch, Oakley burns it into the gap. Oh no, just a great play in right field, as that was John Massa, who made a beautiful running catch backwards and robs Oakley of what would have been a sure double, possible triple.
I gotta say, you hate to see that when it's a spark plug like Oakley. He's fast. He's already round in the bag. If that ball dropped, I think there's no doubt in my mind that would have been a double, maybe even a triple.
Yeah,
definitely an extra base hit for him right there.
Oakley's a fast kid.
He's fast. He's stocky too. He's strong. He makes good contact.
As Sikorsky, as we call him, the Hungry Zebra.
The Hungry Zebra 123.
Yep, his video game tag name. As Sikorsky steps up, and first pitch was a ball over his head, and he gets the pitch, grounder to the third baseman, and it just gets by him, and he's going to get a single. Not a great pitch, as Matan Siegel did not left a little bit of that too much in the zone.
But I mean, he still does have that. He still has that one out on the board. So we're just gonna say we finished out the inning here, right?
Yeah.
2 outs, 1 guy on first.
Definitely
Let's
got
see
away
what
with one at the
transpires.
beginning. As Jamali, the 3-hitter, steps up. He had a couple of nice hits last game, as what I saw. And Sikorsky steals, and almost the throw back from the catcher, just a little bit off center, and that's going to allow Sikorsky to slide and then take second. As we're going to see second, runner on second, 1 out. Stamford leads 2-0 in the bottom of the first.
It's crazy. He's
1-0.
Nick.
And a pass ball, and Sikorsky's going to get to third.
Third.
2 bad pitches from Siegel to allow Sikorsky to advance halfway around.
It's crazy. He has this deceptive speed. He's a goalie in soccer, so you don't expect him to be super fast. But no, Nick is the Hungry Zebra. He is pretty fast, right? He's got a little bit of speed. He's going to be able to get those steals, and he already has advanced to third base.
Also known as the sharpshooter during basketball season, shot 53% from the three-point line on many shots this year. I like to joke around with him that I shot 60%, but I did only take 5 shots from 3 this year.
That's still a better percentage. That's what I'm talking about, Ponzi.
Yeah, yep. As a pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Jamali has everything going for him right now. As the delivery. Ooh, a little bit high. And close call, and they're called a ball.
Take that.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to hit that, man.
Yeah.
Jamali, we've seen.
3-0. Let's see if Jamali has the green light.
He's a smart pitcher. Or a smart hitter. He knows what to do.
Yeah, he does not. Bad pitch. Wasn't really a consideration. Came in on him. And now we're going to see runners on the corners with 1 out. Maybe only a double play would get him out of this inning at this point. Really got to hope for it.
But now you have the legend, Teddy Deutsch, the first baseman, stepping up to the plate.
Last game, he was the right fielder. This game, the first baseman, a man of many positions.
He's a unicorn, if you will.
Grounder to third, and it bounces up, and it hits the third baseman in the face. And he's going to get on. Runners on first and second. Runner's going to score, and we're tied at 1 with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. And Sikorsky comes all the way around and scores.
And we have Farnan, Jack Farnan, the legend, stepping up, the lefty hitter.
Yeah, also known as
Big
Chin.
Big Chin, yep.
Yep, Big Chin. His own self-proclaimed name, as he made that his own nickname. Not really sure how that happens, but he managed to make it work.
Yeah, I guess that's just how it works here in the land of Staples Records baseball.
As the umpire is going to sweep off the plate, and we're getting ready to go. Chin talking to the ump a little bit. I'm sure
maybe
it's
a little chirp action. A little not happy with the Blues calls, but
I don't think there really has been many calls.
There haven't been many calls, but Jack's a very emotional player. He'll find anything to nitpick about,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, that's the name of the game for him. As the pitch looked like possibly a pitch out, but regardless, it's going to be ball 1. Siegel not starting off too great right now. Got lucky with the first out, but runner on first and second, already given up a run. Staples is eating him up right now.
Yeah, certainly. I know they're really checking with their swing shit. They're going to take some smart hits, and they're just trying to get on base. They have all the control in this inning so far.
As the pitch, and we're going to call it a strike, 1-1. As another pitch, Siegel pitches Chin, and he hits it in between the first and second baseman, the lefty, and Jamali considers going home as he rounds third, but he's going to stay at third, and we now have bases loaded.
For Nate Barrett.
Nate Barrett, one of the best hitters on this team.
He is.
One of those few players on this team that really has that home run potential.
does. See, maybe we can see one leave the ballpark here at Staples Field, but we'll have to see what happens here when they bear it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Not
to see
something
this.
you see at the freshman level all too often, but
That's
wouldn't
true.
it be great to see something like that? Ooh, as the pitch gets by him and Jamali doesn't get there in time, they cover it up well.
I mean, Jamali's a smart base runner, but I really thought there were a couple of these they could have gone home on.
Yeah, but bases loaded, there's no need to risk it. You got
That's
everything going right now.
That's true. This also does mean that they could be set up for a double play potential here if they have
Yeah,
the field.
double
to do
play
so.
would get them out of the inning and leave 3 runners stranded. Staples would not be too pleased with a double play here.
They would not be very happy. Yes, I guess it really would be a halt to this momentum that they've built up so far.
Yep. As another pitch, caught the bottom of the zone, a little close, but I'm just gonna give Siegel one of them. Counts 1-1. That was a strike, and he looks on, calls off a couple pitches. A quick delivery. He's gonna miss. Not really much of a wind-up there, kind of a little quick pitch. Maybe the slide step, we'll see. Trying to avoid...
Just trying to catch him on his toes, maybe.
Yeah, trying to avoid the runners
one in.
moving. He's going to miss again. Counts 3-1, bases loaded. A ball here would score a run for Staples.
He's really going outside here. He's trying to pitch outside, get someone to swing at him.
Doesn't want to let Barrett get something on the inside that he can rip. As he's going to leave something over the heart of the plate, test Barrett. He's going to tip it foul. And it's 3-2, full count, bases loaded in the first inning, 1 out.
There was some power behind that swing, man. Did you see that? That was amazing.
Yeah, just missed it a little bit low. As it's 3-2, tied 1, and he's gonna get the walk. Siegel misses high. That'll bring in a run.
Jamali coming home.
As we have a 2-1 score now, and the next batter up to hit.
Will Dennison.
And Will Dennison didn't play in the last game. Maybe a scratch off, maybe just something the coach was planning on doing, but he's now in. And he's going to swing at the first pitch. Just misses a little bit, and that's going to be strike 1. And Siegel sets up for the delivery. Pitch. Close pitch. I'm just going to call that a bit in the zone. Looked a bit low, but you got to give it both ways.
You do, yeah. You got to make sure you're calling the game evenly. I guess this ump has been transparent so far, but we are only in the first inning.
Yeah. As he misses outside, Siegel not happy with the call by ump there, and definitely another cool aspect of baseball is just how much the referee has to do with it. Sometimes not so cool, sometimes cool. Depends what side you're on. But very, very frustrating when the ump doesn't go your way. As we see a 3-1 count again with bases still loaded. Siegel really trying his best, but he's struggling right now. Ball's hit, in play, just goes foul. The ball rolled a little bit forward off of the plate, but it came just spinning foul before the catcher could pick it up.
I mean, Will, that would have been a great hit for Will there. He just got right on top of the ball, so it was kind of unfortunate with the placement. But that could have maybe even driven in 2 runs had he gotten it out to the outfield.
Yeah, where did Andy learn terms like on top of the ball? As the pitch comes, ball goes over the second baseman's head, and that's going to score another run.
I thought Jack Farnan was about to turn home there.
Yeah, no, Farnan didn't want to risk it.
Doesn't have the blazing speed that you might see in someone like the Unicorn Teddy Deutsch, but
and Porzio will step up. Bases still loaded, 3-1. As Siegel, coach got to be considering trying to help out Siegel right now, but it's only the first inning. Really having a rough time out there. A great hit by Dennison.
That was a beautiful hit by Dennison. And
Yeah.
I remember you were asking how I learned the term on top of the ball.
MLB The Show 21.
The Show 21, yes.
Andy's new favorite video game as of 3 weeks. As Siegel throws another one high, and that's a 2-0 count. Keeps missing high. Trying to keep it down in the zone, but I'm not sure you really want to test Nick Porzio, the menace of a man himself.
And I actually have a very close relation to this baseball team involving that game, as I get beaten by about 10 runs every night by Teddy Deutsch.
And Jared Lessing.
I beat Jared Lessing, okay? Jared Lessing isn't, we got some close games, but...
As Siegel with the delivery. And he almost hits Porzio, and that's going to bring up a 3-0 count. Nicky Does he have the green light? I don't think so. Try and make the pitcher throw 3 straight pitches in the zone. Hard for him to do. Is it the pitch? And it's low, and that's going to be another run he just walked in. That's 2 straight walked-in runs. Or not 2 straight. That's the second time he walked in a run. Bases will stay loaded.
So we're sitting here it's 3-1 Staples right now. So
As
I guess
Gavin Zaylor will walk up to the plate. Pitch. He swings first. Pitch. Ball will go to the short. They throw it to third, but he misses the pitch. And the ball's going to go out to the fence, and he's going to score. 2 runs come in on the play. So, to recap, ball goes to shortstop. He misses third base, tries to get it to third base. He misses. And 1 run had already scored, and then Dennison was able to round.
So now we are sitting at 5-1 Staples
5-1
at the bottom of the first.
Men on the corners, still 1 out. Siegel really having a rough time, as he's now given up 5 runs, 2 men on base, since getting that out to start off the game. Yes, Will Dennison had a very, very nice hit.
He did a very good hit.
As the pitch, and Zaylor's gonna go. He's on first though, going to second. They will not try and throw it down.
And that's big. That removes that second
double play
option from second to first.
Yeah.
So
no double force out anymore. And a mound visit as the catcher's going to come out and talk. Really, really rough time right now for Matan Siegel. He can't get out of this inning. This has been like a 15-minute long inning so far. So
this has been a long inning. I mean, the run count is slowly rising up. So
yeah.
It's really a question as to how many more.
Long delivery from Siegel, and he's gonna get a nice strike. Good for him. As now the count's I think 2-2. Runners on second and third.
And I know we touch on this every day, but I feel like it's amazing to see how many sports are going on given the times with COVID.
Yeah. As a ball inside, Siegel misses full count. Yes, there's a JV lacrosse game, and a bunch of freshmen from my team actually up on JV, from Sam Petrosino to Tristan Keefe and Liam Donaldson. So good for them to get their shot up.
And we got a freshman baseball game going on here, obviously.
A lot of freshman sports. Is that going to be a strike? Oh, yep, we're going to see a strike. And the count is 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
We had the count wrong. Maybe we got the batters confused as Jacob Greenberger, fighting in a 2-2 count. He gets a hit to the shortstop. A run's going to score. Throw to first, misses.
That's going to be
and it's going to score another run. Zaylor's going to get in. Nightmare inning. Oh, and wow, lot of action. Lot of action. Again, hard to keep up with what's going on in this game. But ball hit but a ball hit to short. Men were on first and second and third. The shortstop tried to get it to first. Missed the throw to first. The runner from third scored. The runner from second came around and scored. And as the throw missed to first, Jacob Greenberger was able to get to second. And now we have a 7-1 game, I do believe. So nightmare of an inning right now for Matan Siegel, who hasn't.
It's a rough first inning.
He has not gotten an out. 1-8.
It's 8-1.
8-1. Yeah.
8-1.
As a really rough inning for Siegel, and coach going to come out to the mound. 8-1 in the first inning is not where you'd like to be, and I think he's going to take Siegel out of the game.
It does look like we're going to be having a pitching change here. In the
so
bottom of the
Siegel
first.
started off with an out. I mean, a great hit by Oakley, but wasn't able to capitalize after that. And he's going to stay out there, actually. On the mound.
Okay.
This is a really interesting decision as a pitcher that just gave up 8 straight runs with a man still on second.
And we're right back at the top of the order with Luke Oakley coming up, the spark plug man.
Yeah, Luke Oakley, who was the only out of the inning so far, already back up. Never a good sign when a pitcher has to face the same batter twice in the same inning.
You know, I always talk about this, but Luke Oakley, he's like the Draymond Green of this team. You know, he's the spark plug. He gets his guys going. He's a great player.
He had great contact, but an even greater play by the right fielder. So even though he was the only out, he probably didn't deserve to be out. As the JV lacrosse game's getting going right now, as a timeout was called by their team, Trumbull definitely an underdog, but JV will face Trumbull today as varsity will play him after. And Andy and I will be on call for that game as well.
Yes, we will be on call. Our specialty, if you will, the lacrosse games.
Yep. As really, Siegel is struggling. 1-1 count. He just threw low. Up, and he steps off, being tested by Greenberger, who had a big lead off of second, but he's forced to retreat. And he's testing him again.
He's taking a lead here.
Taking a large lead as the pitch, and it's low. Another nice block. Not sure who it is behind the dish, as we cannot see the number. Or actually we can. That is Jackson Geisler. Geisler making a couple nice blocks, and it is not his fault at all, as so many runners have advanced and scored.
I mean, I thought Greenberger was going to take third there, too.
Yeah, but a nice play.
Oakley
gets a great piece, and another, he hits straight out to the right fielders for the second time in the same inning. He had two great pieces of contact with the right fielder.
If that is anything to repeat what will happen this inning, that does mean it.
As Johnny Massa has both outs in the first inning, actually in the game, and Oakley getting kind of screwed out of two hits. Oh, pitch behind Sikorsky, who stepped up to the plate, as we're a little bit late to the action, and that'll advance Greenberger from second to third.
And Hungry Zebra did not look very pleased with that pitch, as he was shaking his head as he stepped away. Thought he was going to get hit.
Yeah, Matan Siegel not throwing too hard, as evident by.
But no one likes to be hit by a baseball. It's real here. And,
no. I guess you could say that I like to be hit by a lacrosse ball, but not a baseball, as I do play goalie.
Yeah, but you're just weird, Aiden. You're just a really weird human.
I know.
Okay?
It takes someone very weird to want to stand in front of that. As Sikorsky gets a nice contact to right past the first baseman's head, and that's going to score another run, 9-1, as Greenberger gets in from thirds. Hungry Zebra gets it in over the first baseman's head in a nightmare inning. I mean, I know I keep
saying it, but there's no other way to describe it.
There's no other way to describe it. I know I keep pretty repetitive as I keep falling back to that. But
this is nearly verbatim to the final score that we had last game.
Yeah, the score of the last game was actually 9-1.
It was 10-1, I believe, so they're one run off.
Yeah, and now it's already 9-1 in the first.
Yeah.
This is rough for Stamford. Jamali gets a hit. Siegel left something low in the zone. Jamali hits it up. Center fielder will grab it, and that'll finally end this very long first inning. That'll finally be the end of it, as 9-1 Staples, and they'll take out. Maybe interesting to see how Sikorsky will pitch after sitting out for so long.
You'd have to imagine his arm is probably a little tight.
Yeah.
And, I guess we'll have to see. I think that he will probably be bringing that same attitude of just get the ball in the strike zone, throw strikes, get some people to bite maybe a little bit, but he's not going to try to be pounding the ball and not throwing any trickery. He's a really straight up pitcher, but it works. It works.
Yeah. As Sikorsky just warming up, probably got to warm up an arm. Harry, what do you think about that first inning? Harrison, who is helping us broadcast today, has something to say about this first inning.
He's telling me what he needs to say right now. So
yeah.
we can do a quick recap of the last inning.
Yeah, we can do a little recap. As started off the inning with Oakley getting out to right field, and Matan Siegel looked good as in the first AB, I guess you want to call it, and then it all went downhill.
It did. It's a good
hit
downhill
after hit,
rapidly.
walk after walk. The bases were eventually loaded. Sikorsky scored a run, and then walked two batters, gave up another hit, and continued to give up 3 or 4 straight hits, which ended in a 9-1 score after the first inning.
I gotta say, it's really interesting watching these warm-ups. Teddy Deutsch at first base is assuming the Derek Jeter throw for his warm-up to pass to his fielders.
Okay. All right. As Harrison is just preparing a little something to say for us, and we're going to send it to Harrison right now.
Lots of baseball for me this year. And then there's the Yankees.
Yeah. Harrison, a fan of the Yankees.
They've had a rough year this year, though.
They started off very rough, and recently they've been picking it up.
They did climb above 500. That's a big milestone for them this year. But as a Red Sox fan, living at the top of the AL East, it's a beautiful thing to have.
And Stanton, we want to talk about. We want to talk about Stanton, who's on a tear right now. 12-game hitting streak, so many home runs, and I'm loving watching the Yankees.
But the thing is, and
Sikorsky with the delivery. We're a bit late. Ball goes foul, and Deutsch almost got to the ball as it just hit the fence on down the first baseline.
You got to realize it. You're seeing the Red Sox without Chris Sale. That's their best pitcher. He's just coming off Tommy John. He's a absolute demon. And
the Yankees will turn it around, though.
I mean, I say we should already hang up the World Series pennant. I'm that confident.
Okay, calm down, Andy. The Yankees are still a better team in my opinion, but we're not going to get into this discussion as we are watching a game.
Didn't you guys lose to the Orioles?
We're going to not get into the discussion right now as Sikorsky missed inside, and the count's going to be 2-1 with the delivery. Swing, foul ball down the left field line, and Greenberger is going to get over and catch that ball down the third baseline, and Sikorsky gets out of a pretty nicely pitched AB, if I will say. And Porzio, it's usually a good thing when you don't have to speak about a catcher very often, and that's exactly what's happening with Porzio right now.
Porzio's really stepping up.
Doesn't play very often.
He's stepping up into this role, though. It's a really great thing to see.
Yeah.
It looks like they do have, even though he is hurt, I think they have Jameson over there in the bullpen. He might be just playing catch for a little bit.
Yeah, Jameson, that is actually not Jameson. Jameson's number 8. So Jameson hurt his leg.
In the hoodie.
Yeah.
He's passing in the hoodie, I believe.
So Jameson helping out his teammates, but he got hurt in the first game, and there's no reason to risk it.
That's true, yeah. Especially he's a very great catcher, so there's no reason to get him hurt just to
he's so crucial to that team. And when they play their really important games later on in the season, they're going to want their starting catcher there.
Nick Porzio, too, the catcher right now, he's doing a great job framing. I don't know if you noticed it, Aiden, but he's doing a really good job putting the ball where the ump can see it, and he thinks it might be a strike. It's just, I didn't really expect this.
Yeah, did Andy also learn what framing was from the show?
Actually, Aiden, as a matter of fact, I did play baseball for 2 years.
Oh, cool.
Well, 2 years when you had a catcher, right? I quit in, I think it was 6th grade, but, you learn a couple things. So I was a pretty good catcher.
Yep, and Sikorsky is going to walk the first batter. And that was actually a Eugene Darling, who's now standing on first base. And Deutsch looking to try and pick off Darling on the first base bag, but Sikorsky doesn't have it. And a weak dribbler down the third base line, but it's not gonna stay fair. As that was Chris Gentle, who's still up at the plate. Sikorsky looks for the sign.
It looks like they're warming up Reese Jamali in the bullpen right now, too. Maybe put him in a pitcher. I know that he pitches a little bit.
Reese Jamali is actually their best pitcher.
Yeah, I know, but I'm surprised that they would be using him right now in this situation.
I think he might just be throwing around a little bit. I wouldn't really think...
I don't think
it'd be a great idea when you're up 9-1 in the first inning to put your best pitcher in.
That's true.
Sikorsky misses high, and the count's going to be 2-0.
The weather is rapidly turning. It feels like winter, man.
Yeah, very windy outside today. Sikorsky looks for the sign. The delivery, and low. It's going to be 3-0 is the count. Batter has all the leverage right now.
I see him swinging at this next pitch. There's no reason not to.
Do you think Chris Gentile has the green light? And I think there's something different about the games you play. Oh, he does have the green light. And that's going to be straight to the shortstop. Oh, wow. Wow. So, line drive to the shortstop. He catches it in the air, then is able to tag the runner at first.
The unicorn.
Throws it, who did not tag up in time. Great play by Oakley, who's able to get it to first. And
the unicorn Teddy Deutsch with catch at first.
With a great catch at first.
He is just an absolute athletic specimen.
Yeah, and a promising inning as he was 3-0 count with a runner on first, no outs, or 1 out, and shut down as Sikorsky gets out of the inning with a double play. very good for the Wreckers right now, but Stamford
they're sitting in a nice
finally,
spot here.
if their offensive innings are going to end that fast, it's going to be very rough for them to try and even remotely get back into this game.
I believe the rule is for these doubleheaders that if one team goes up by 10 at one point, the game is closed down. I think they close it down like the 5th inning if they're winning by 10 in about the 5th inning. Something around that area. So
it's another interesting thing to keep in mind, but not something we got to think about just yet. It's only the bottom of the second. And this game could get out of hand pretty quickly if Stamford can't turn it around. Harry, what do you say about that top of the second inning? A little bit of technical difficulties
Coach
with.
Donnie does a great job getting the players ready to go. There is strong spirit on the bench. We heckle a little bit, but it's all in fun. I love the Staples freshman team. A shout out to Will Dennison. He had a big hit. I also love the Challenger League that I play in. We had our first game a couple weeks ago. Lots of baseball for me this year. Aiden, I know you used to umpire kickball games at Coleal. Are you still an umpire?
Harrison, that reminds me of some funny times as I used to umpire kickball back in the day in like 3rd grade. As a foul ball almost hits a car. But thank you for reminding me of that, Harrison. Those are some very fun times.
that ball is very valuable. You don't always find a ball that was touched by a unicorn.
Yeah. And just to touch on kickball, we used to play kickball, an imaginary kickball, and I would umpire and award player of the game after each game. As Teddy Deutsch hits a nice line drive over the third baseman's head, and he's going to get on first with a nice hit. And yeah, Harrison, baseball all around, awesome times this year.
I gotta say, I know we talked about when we were playing MLB The Show. I think that's what made me care more about baseball. I started watching more baseball just because I started playing that game. It's crazy.
Yeah, interesting how the actual MLB affects their video game, as the players' ratings and how good they are in the game is directly affected by how they play. As the first pitch, and it's going to go behind Farnan's back, and
I
not
gotta
a
say,
good pitch.
if Farnan gets hit by a pitch, I think we can expect a stare down.
I think we can expect
as we see him going down first base.
If anyone is going to get into a fight with a pitcher,
it would be Jack Farnan.
Nope,
yep.
As Deutsch is going to advance to second on a bad pitch in the dirt. It was blocked, but off of the block, it ricocheted out.
It looks like Coach Donnie and they're just kind of giving them the green light to just go ahead on these steals if it's passed, which is obviously what you want to do.
That is generally the
rule.
Yeah. And as Harrison said, Coach Donnie doing a great job.
That was a perfect.
It is a perfect is in the game.
Teddy turns home.
Yeah, as Farnan hits a line drive straight up the middle. And when Andy references perfect, he's referencing MLB The Show 21, the video game. And Farnan points up to us in the booth right now. Wants a little shout-out, so we're going to give you a shout-out. Big Chin Farnan had a great hit straight back up the middle.
Great RBI.
And that's going to get a run in, and then we're going to advance to 10-1 in this game. And the lead off first as Siegel still in the game. Not sure, having a rough day, very rough day, so kind of confused. Maybe they're out of pitchers in a doubleheader, but not his finest day.
It's definitely tiring on these guys, especially having to go through so much. Like, thinking about it, you might use 2 pitchers in one game, so that means you have 4 pitchers for a doubleheader, something around there.
Yeah. As I look over, and Ryan Skolnick, Liam Donaldson, the called-up freshman in the JV game, just got a nice check and stole the ball from Trumbull. So good for him, as just getting called up last night.
Is one baseball game not enough for you? And you gotta watch the lacrosse.
I have to watch my friends who just got called up to JV in the lacrosse game. Try and impress.
Of course, get noticed.
Yeah. I mean, tell me what's wrong with that, Andy. There's
nothing wrong with that.
Ball hit to first, and they're going to get one out. Barrett they're not going to be able to get Farnan at second.
That first baseman nearly missed the
So
bag.
yeah, so the first baseman decides to just take the one out, as the Barrett hit the ball straight at him, and Farnan will advance to second. We have 9-1 in the second inning.
And you have Dennison coming up
On
to
the
bat
second,
here.
and Dennison
Had a
coming
great
up
hit
to bat.
earlier.
Really nice hit. As he's going to foul that off and down the left field line.
Farnan does his cha-cha slide back
Yep.
to second base.
Easily picked up by the third baseman, and that's going to be the second out of the inning, as Nick Porzio, the impromptu catcher, will step up to the
thing
plate.
is, you can't think nothing of any of these guys because they've all shown that they've gotten great hits this game.
Yep. And Porzio's going to hit it off his foot. Doesn't look too fun as he's going to shake it off. But Farnan dancing a little bit on second, playing with the pitcher. And he's taking a massive lead, but pitcher does not care. Matan Siegel has gotten 2 outs in this inning, but so better than last inning, giving up a run, but baby steps. Definitely a step up from last inning. Not saying that it's been great.
Looked like the shortstop was trying to call for the pickoff for Jack Farnan at second, but I don't see that happening really. I think that they just got to really focus on striking out.
As the delivery, and
This
it's going to
guy,
be
yeah.
high. 2-2 count for Porzio with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
I think in this situation you might try to go with an off speed, just try to get someone to bite.
Oop, and Porzio's going to take a half-hearted swing. Looked like he didn't decide until it was too late to swing at a pitch that was in the zone. And that's going to end the second inning as we have a score of 10-1 Staples. Shout out to Farnan, as he did have a nice hit in that last inning.
Hit.
And he pointed up to the booth as if to say that he wanted us to congratulate him. Not that he really deserved it.
I mean, but
Just having some fun with Farnan.
Jack Farnan, after talking to him about classes we might take next year, he actually, I believe, will be joining the family here at WWPT.
He did. He actually did the studio in the radio studio for us.
But I believe he's gonna be trying to take radio next year.
He took radio this year, actually.
Did he?
Yes,
he did.
I
thought he was. Do you think that he might get a little lucky with the classes he gets because his dad is a assistant principal?
I don't want to get into that right now, but I do think it might help. Radio is one of the hardest classes in our school to get.
That's true.
And that's why we're able to do this today. But I do think it might be a little bit helpful to have your dad be an assistant principal at the school.
Maybe a little bit. But Jack, he's a really funny guy. I think he'd be a really good guy for calling these games.
Sikorsky's going to actually come out of the game. He is no longer the pitching.
It looks like that's Grodman.
Yeah, that's Oliver Grodman
on the bump.
Grotti, as they like to call him. And Sikorsky's not switched positions. Sikorsky's just out of the game. A little bit unfortunate for Sikorsky, but right now a blowout. Maybe you don't want to waste another great arm you have on your team.
Mm.
Gotta. In our post-game interviews that we will do after this game, gotta wonder what Sikorsky was thinking as he got pulled from the game. As Harrison's gonna add a little something to say after the second inning. In just a second, but Grodman looking pretty good as he warms up.
He looks like he's throwing. I think he might throw harder than Sikorsky. It looks like he has a pretty good fastball. I think that we might be able to see that. Might be able to catch some hitters just a little bit behind, but still have to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like that they've.
As Harrison's gonna give us a little insight, some more insight.
Andy, do you still play baseball, or are you a lacrosse guy?
I stopped playing baseball, and then I did basketball in the spring for a little bit, but now I play rugby, which is a really fun sport. And actually, the Staples varsity team is nationally ranked and looking to go to. They're going to the national championship tournament in Kansas City. But I am not on the team. I'm on the freshman sophomore combined team. But I did score for my first time ever yesterday.
So good for you, Andy. I actually play lacrosse. I'm the freshman team goalie. Played on JV a little bit. But thanks for asking, Harrison, as we love to get a little insight and some little personalized questions from you today. As taking a little long time to get ready, and Grodman is going to gather up the infield.
It looks like they've made a couple changes at people. As you see, you have
Sailor in center.
You have Lessing at second.
Lessing stayed at second.
I thought Zaylor was at second. You put Zaylor was at second. Lessing was out, so they moved Lessing to second. They put Zaylor at center instead of Nate Barrett. Barrett's out. You have Dennison at right, and you have Farnett
taking
left.
out a lot of their better players today, and the infield actually looks very pumped. Maybe Grodman's one of their best friends. I know that there's a lot of stories from this baseball team about Grodman, and he's kind of a bigger,
Teddy Deutsch,
funnier guy on the team.
Teddy Deutsch gives the wave up to us. He's a really big supporter of us. He loves
Teddy
that
Deutsch
to see.
did want to be mic'd up for this game.
I mean, after the game, if I believe I'll be giving him a post-game interview, get his insights on the game, so you can stick around for that for exclusive interviews here with WWPT.
Yeah, as we are looking to see Grodman pitching pretty well so far. I mean, nothing too great, nothing too terrible, but no runs, no hits yet, so that's always a plus. And the delivery. Pitch swung on, and that's going to go straight to the center fielder. And the pitcher, Matan Siegel, straight into the newly put into center field, Zaylor. And that's going to be the first down of the inning.
Teddy hyping up his guy on the bump.
Deutsch is hyping up Grodman as he also looks up to us, kind of the in-game hype man for this Wreckers team. As another foul ball, 1 out, 10-1 in the top of the third inning. Staples Wreckers and Grodman 0-1 with the delivery. And the pitch is a strike, kind of like an eephus on that pitch. As I do want to say that he threw that thing so slowly.
That kind of that reminded me of that 51 mile per hour strike in the MLB.
Yeah, curveball, a slow curveball though.
Oh yeah.
As Grodman starts to just wait a little bit. He's taking his time on the mound. He's in no rush. Making us wait, though.
Drawing out the inning a little bit here. Maybe trying to do something. Maybe make this batter really think about this AB right now.
As I talked to Teddy last night. Oh, drop third strike, and Teddy has the great mindset the great IQ, I should say, to cover the first base bag and call out that it was a drop third strike.
Teddy Deutsch over there, he loves conversing with the umpire.
Yeah, Teddy talking with the first baseline umpire. Just a friendly guy in general.
Just calling out the 2 down, real big leader on this team.
As I was saying, as he actually made that play, that Teddy told us last night that there's only a couple of players on this team that have home run potential. I want to hear a little bit what you have to say on the possibility of hitting an out-of-the-park home run in freshman baseball.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely really difficult. Like, you're not going to see as strong of guys you might see on varsity. Even on varsity, there haven't been a crazy amount of home runs. But I think that there are a couple guys that, you might be able to see. You might see Luke Oakley. He has some power. You don't see it all the time, but he could maybe get one over that short left field fence.
Left field? Do you mean right field?
No. Right field is far.
No. So right field's actually closest to us. Yes. And left field is the big fence. It's kind of the green monster, we like to say here at the Staples main varsity field. The first time the Wreckers will play on this field, as they've actually gone on an away game streak of 7. Their first 7 games were away. And Grodman gets a strikeout, and the entire infield goes wild for him.
I mean, yeah, no one was really making contact with the ball on Grodman there. That was a great inning for him. I didn't know if I expected it to be that well, just because I've never obviously seen Grodman pitch before, never seen him put on the bump. But that was really great from him. Great seeing some of these guys step up that don't get as much playing time at pitcher.
But Nate Barrett and Teddy Deutsch are a few other players that could get it over that short right field fence. Actually,
I think Jack Farnan has like that
possibly
too.
Especially with Farnan being a lefty and Barrett being a lefty, to get it over that right field fence would be definitely a possibility of either of theirs. Will be something amazing to see, for sure.
I mean, when I know you probably misunderstood me when I said short. When I said short, I didn't mean height-wise. I meant like closest. That left field fence is the closest, right? So for a right.
I mean, it is the closest. Is 350 feet close? I wouldn't say so. But it is closer than the other side.
I just see some of these guys
or
like
300 feet in left field.
These power hitters like Nate Barrett and Teddy Deutsch. I think that they're righty hitters, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry. Nate Barrett's a lefty, I believe, but Teddy Deutsch, he's a righty hitter, right? I think he could pull it over that fence. I definitely could see that happening.
That's a big fence.
It's a big fence,
a 20-foot
certainly,
tall
but
fence.
The most home runs we've seen on varsity this year have been over that fence.
Yeah, as Alex Oppenheimer bombs one over that fence. And the varsity team actually having a pretty good season. Lost a couple of games recently. It started off a little harder than they've been playing, but a couple of days ago, Carter Kelsey versus Ludlow was a sight to see. The Seton Hall commit Carter Kelsey. And they've definitely
been missing Teddy Deutsch's brother Alex as he's been coming back from injury because they've been very reliant on Carter Kelsey. He said the Seton Hall commit throws a really fast fastball.
Throws 94 miles an hour fastball at his top. So when you're able to throw 94 in varsity level, I mean, he's committed to Seton Hall for good reason, and that's ridiculous. That is, like, absurd. As Siegel, who's still in the game, as I've mentioned a couple times, kind of a puzzling decision.
And for today, is that matchup in Greenwich, they are going against Miles Longhorn, a Vanderbilt commit, who throws 94 as well, so it's going to be an interesting game hitting-wise.
Kelsey will not be pitching. Harrison has another little insight he wants to give us on this game. And
looks like
as we get back to the game, as I was saying, Zayler gets a hit straight at the shortstop, routine play, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Kind of confusing how Siegel's in the game still. Maybe there's low-end pitchers, but he's not done too great as he gets ready for the next pitch. And Harrison's going to tell us what he has to say about this game.
Wow, that was an amazing change-up to end the inning.
That was a very good change-up from Oliver
Grodman. Gruddy. Yeah, Harrison, definitely something we missed, but that change-up was disgusting to end the second inning, or to end the top half of the third inning.
And we got Greenberger coming up, and obviously I don't know if he has that home run potential, but I do think he could hit a ball like somewhat deep here. Maybe get a base hit.
Yeah, no, he's someone that likes to get it in the infield and get some nice hits on the ground. As he does hit it on the ground to the shortstop play, he's gonna get it to first on a bounce, and that ball is gonna get past the first baseman. So bad throw by the shortstop on the ground, and that's gonna allow Greenberger to get on right on cue. Right on cue, Andy.
He did hit an infield.
Yeah, I did say that he likes to put it on the ground, and he put it on the ground.
I mean, when I played baseball with Greenberger, I do know he did hit some outfield hit shots. He didn't only go infield, but
yeah, well, I mean, anything happens. This is a pickoff attempt, and Greenberger's going to stay on first. Pickoff attempt from the pitcher misses high, and it's going to get past the first baseman. But Greenberger doesn't budge. Maybe a sportsmanship type thing, as it is 10-1 in the top of the third inning. Why he wouldn't be taking second. Yeah, and a strike coming in from Siegel. As that is Oakley up to hit right now.
We're at the top of the order right now.
Let's see if he can hit it to the right fielder again.
Get a third one.
That would be pretty impressive not in a great way for Oakley, but in a way.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, in a way.
As a little step off. Oh, nope, they're just going to lose the ball, take a new ball. But Oakley getting ready to hit, and he wants those couple pitches back that he got earlier in the game.
And as I think he's gonna he can get a nice rip here. I can see a hit coming. I know he's mad after what happened earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too pleased if I was him. And he's actually gonna take a walk. Didn't get a pitch he could hit, and that's gonna be man on first and second. 10-1's the score. 1 out. in the bottom of the third inning. Excuse me. And it looks like the Staples lacrosse team, JV, is doing pretty well right now as Jake Ment, otherwise known as OV, is in the game. Something that usually only happens when they're winning by a lot. So good for them. No offense to OV, but that's something he admits himself. As we're going to see a strike coming in from Sigel. And a pitch, another one that's going to be fouled up. 0-2's the count, and men on first and second. As Siegel takes his time. He sets up, sees the sign. He really needs an out right here.
He does, and I think this game's been pretty slow moving, which especially after... Ooh.
Whoa! Oh my God! Wow. So, Siegel throws it. Siegel with a pitch. Ball hits straight back at him. He catches it, gets it to first, and he's able to get a double play as the ball fired right back at him, and Jacob Greenberger on first base was not prepared to get back to the bag, and they were able to catch him
that was just...
at first. That was a very, very interesting play. As we said, he needed an out, and that was huge for them.
That's what it was. I think this was, especially after playing a game before this, it was a little slow moving, so, they might be losing a little bit of their momentum, be low on energy. I think that
Not a little bit. They're down by 10-1.
No. But, you know what I mean? Like, they're low on energy. They don't know if they want to keep going. But what's happening right now is that might rally them. They might play, they might be able to manifest some energy inside them right now and play a little bit better right now. See what they can do.
As it seems like the Wreckers might be having a little fun in the infield as Teddy Deutsch and Luke Oakley did just switch positions.
Luke Oakley, he's not the tallest.
He's not the
tallest
not the greatest
over there. Yeah.
For him at first base.
As we see,
kind of confused with this decision.
As we saw, we have Jamo at third, actually, number 8. Jameson Russell's in at third.
Jameson's at third.
And we have Teddy at short.
I guess Jamo is feeling back up to it, and Grodman's going to come back out to pitch the top of the fourth inning. But Harrison wants to say a little bit more to us today. As Grodman just warms up a little bit, and Harrison is just setting up for what he has to say.
Stamford is having a tough time defensively today.
Definitely.
Miscue after miscue. Staples is shaken and bacon today.
Oh, yeah. Staples is shaken and bacon, and that is the perfect way to put it. Harrison as... I'll give it to Andy, but Stanford not looking too hot either.
Yeah, I mean, Stanford, they came out to a slow start. They were, as I said, they were lower energy after losing that first game. They were less of 10-1, 11-1. So, you aren't too motivated to come into this game, and then getting off to that slow start, it just really must crush Stanford for them. But Staples, it looks like they're having a fun time. They're playing some backyard baseball right here, just switching up positions. They're just enjoying life.
Yeah. As they're going to bring in the infield, and they're all pumped to see Grotti pitching again. So Staples having good sportsmanship, but at the same time having some fun as they are up by a lot right now. What do you think about just how do you come back into a game when you're down 10-1? What's the mindset?
The mindset has to be, I think we can win this game, right? You have this when you're in a deficit. If you think that you're gonna lose a game, you're out. You can't think like that. You're just gonna surrender, right? You're not gonna try. What I think Stanford needs here is they need to get a couple hits. They need to get on base, and then once they can do that, maybe they get a little bit of momentum, get a few hits off Grodman here. Maybe they start getting that energy back. They're getting that. They're hyping up their guys. Their dugout just seems a little dead right now.
Definitely, as Grodman did miss this first two pitches, and the count's 2-0, and he's gonna miss a third one. Counts 3-0. Don't have to do much here. As I do think that is Teddy route up to hit right now. And he's getting ready, and he's going to take the 4-pitch walk. Maybe a good start to an inning, as they did get a little momentum to end the last inning.
I think Grodman's trying to do a little bit trickery with those pitches there, not throwing a fastball, but...
That was actually Mason Mui, not Teddy Brout, correction.
But yeah, I mean, we see Grom, and he favors that changeup that he has, and as a lefty pitcher, right? You know, maybe you'd be able to catch some guys off guard with that, and just like they don't know what to expect. But you just have to see what he's gonna do. He's kind of like Nick in the sense where, I apologize. He's the opposite of Nick, where he doesn't favor the fastball and getting it down the middle. He tries to get these biters to bat on things and just try to play kind of almost mind games.
Off-speed heavy pitch.
Definitely more
There's
off-speed.
no problem
heavy.
with that.
No, there definitely is. They're just two completely different pitchers. Both are reliable. Both are great.
As Oakley, the small fellow, did not look too good in the warm-ups, and it's something I will have to ask him about in our post-game interviews. Is why him and Teddy Deutsch have decided to just completely switch positions, and what the coach thought about them just literally switching positions mid-game. But regardless, that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be.
That's freshman baseball, baby.
Yep. As the count's 2-2, I think, and Grodman looks off the runner at first. And he takes the sign. Oh, he's going to step off. Maybe didn't love what he was seeing there from the runner on first. Or
the runner on first, really, he's not taking a crazy big lead.
Yeah, as he's going to deliver a pitch. And that's going to be a ball hit to left field. Chin Farnan makes a nice routine play, and that's going to be a pop-up. Yes, Chin. As he does signal over to us in the booth. Very happy with his own performance in that last play. And Grodman also happy with his performance as he's pitching very, very beautifully right now.
I mean, I would be too, right? You know, he's pitching well. He's getting guys strike out. Well, he got a strikeout, got 2 strikeouts, you know. But he's also he's setting up his fielders too. He's not giving them that one pitch that the hitters go crazy on right now. And
Jackson Geisler steps into the box, and he's looking to get something here. A little bit of a smaller guy, but that's not the worst thing. As a nice curveball, and he's going to drop that in the zone. Grodman has a nice pitch selection, I got to say right now.
Definitely. He has he doesn't have like a crazy amount of pitches, right? Maybe he has like 3, but they're all
three good pitches.
Very strong, yes.
As he's going to try and pick off the runner at first, and Oakley does catch it, unlike he was doing during warm-ups.
I mean, when it comes to pitches, though, right, variety, it isn't everything. As Bruce Lee says, right, I fear the man that's practiced one kick 1,000 times, not the man that's practiced 1,000 kicks one time, right? If he has 3 pitches, he does well, and he's practiced them so many times, I'm scared of that, right? It's not like he has like 5 different ones that he's like all right with.
And Grodman isn't a guy that pitches all too often.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's pitching very well in this game, and it is a bit of a blowout, and that might be why he's in. But
I
still wouldn't take away from him.
I would challenge that statement. I would say it's more of a bit of a blowout. I'd say it's a blowout, nearly.
Yeah. As
nearly a shutout.
Porzio tries to snap throw at first and catch the runner getting back into first after the pitch, but he does not work out in the pitch, and that one's in the dirt, and the runner's going to advance to second. Porzio is able to block it, but rebound, and he's not going to be able to stop the runner from getting to second. And Grodman
looks like
put that pitch was like
Luke Oakley.
Very, very in the dirt. That was
Luke Oakley, the spark plug, is giving Grodman some motivation. Now looking at him, just telling him, "Come on, you got this, buddy. Strike him out. Let's go."
Yeah. That's Lessing with the delivery. Misses low and inside, and that's going to be a walk. And there'll be a little mound visit from Coach Johnny. But that was a walk, and Mikey DePruda was able to attract it. And now a little chatter going on at the second base bag as the mound visit happens. And Grodman's just going to get a little motivation talk from the coach. But Deutsch conversing with the opponent. A little interesting.
Deutsch is a really happy-go-lucky guy, you know.
Definitely.
So he'll talk to whoever, you know. He's a really big pal. He's like a golden retriever.
Yeah. You actually referenced that last night when we were talking to him in our pregame interviews.
I did. I said he was a golden. I did say he was a golden.
You said he
retriever.
was like a golden retriever.
He's friendly, you know. Like he's someone you want to be around.
I guess if that's how you want to put him. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I say
so
he's
weird.
I say he's a unicorn. He's like a hybrid between a unicorn and golden retriever. I can't.
All right, that's where I cut you off. As Broadman went to delivery, and the pitch, line drive hit, and it drops in left field, just on the left field line. Farnan's going to get it into third, and the bases are loaded, so a little danger coming in.
I mean, that was a great throw from Farnan there from the outfield.
To keep the runner at third, keep the runner at bay, but
a little reminiscent of the Alex Verdugo of the Red Sox.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna stay on the topic of Staples baseball, as we have 3 runners on, and maybe do we smell a little danger for the Strikers team? Do they get a little complacent?
I mean, that's what I was saying right at the beginning, right? They need this.
Yeah.
And
oh no! Oh, all right. Pitch was low, and the hit went straight to the third baseman. He tried to get the force out at home, and it was dropped by Porzio at home, and the runner scores because of the drop. So maybe a little complacency, as it was a good pitch. Grodman got it right where he wanted it, and that could have been a double play end of the inning, but instead they tried to stop the runner at home. Drop, runner scores.
And it was a great decision by JMO to go for that. And it was just really unfortunate that Nicky dropped it.
It's hard on Nicky to be out there and kind of be put in a spot that he's not used to, but he definitely needs to be catching a ball like that. And it's very... right now, it doesn't really affect the score, but 9-2 with runners on all 3 bases. This is starting to feel a little danger.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying, right? They need these guys on base. They get some hits. They got that. They get their momentum back. They get their energy back. They got to pick themselves up. I feel like in this situation right now, where you got these guys in the bag, you should be able to hear the Stamford dugout right now, right?
Yeah, let me count a little bit as Grodman actually gets a kind of controversial call, and he gets the strike. As the count's going to be 1-2 with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning.
It certainly looked a little bit low, but it's all a matter of the ump's opinion. We don't have the greatest view up here, right? So
yeah, as Staples is up 9-2, and ball goes to short, but Teddy Deutsch, who had just switched to short, is not able to scoop it up. Kind of a hard play he had to make, and now it's 9-3, and we're starting to see Grodman get a little... What?
10-3.
Oh, 10-3. As, I don't know, when you switch your shortstop and first baseman for fun, and the shortstop misses that ball and a run scores because of it, you start to see 2 mistakes, 2 runs. This is starting to sense a little comeback.
I mean, like, you can't...
Grodman's strike.
You can't expect to put a first baseman there. Oh, it's shortstop exciting to play as well as, like, the greatest... And expect him to play as well as, like, the greatest shortstop, like Xander Bogaerts. It's just not going to happen.
Oh, my God. As the hit, and it goes to Lessing. So the ball is hit to the second baseman, Lessing. And he's able to catch it. Not able to get the runner coming back to second. And there's going to be 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. A nice piece of contact, and Lessing was just able to snag it before it could get past him. As ball hit up in the air, Grodman's going to look to catch it. It was a pop-up, and Matan Siegel, not great hitting today. Just a bad day for him in general.
Great catch by Grodman
and
there.
Grodman's going to end the inning there. 10-3 is our score at the end, or at the middle of the 3rd inning.
Grodman showing some great stuff at pitcher right now.
Yes, for sure. As Harrison wants to add his remarks on
Yeah, there's some great off-speed pitching there by Broadman. But he missed too much. Maybe we'll see more of him in the future.
I mean, that's the issue sometimes. You know, when you have an off-speed pitcher that's throwing some trickery, you see a
change up. If they catch on to it.
Yeah, they catch on to it, they're not going to swing as much because you know it is hitting the zone. That was the issue right there in that inning, and that's what kind of gave them some advances over on the bag and let Stamford score a couple runs, right? They scored 2 runs that inning, so...
Yeah, as Petrosino, who's playing as a freshman in the JV lacrosse game, just is in the game. Him, Tristan Keefe, and Liam Donaldson, all 3 freshmen called up yesterday, are in the game, so great for them. As interesting to see. It looks like a bit of a blowout over on that JV lacrosse side, but just something interesting to note.
I mean, I think we need to see. I think Staples definitely. I think they weren't really expecting that 2-run strike in that inning. Maybe they might be a little bit more like, okay, we gotta get some JD Martinez-esque hits right now.
Okay,
some strong hits.
Yes,
so
yep, Andy. The Red Sox, references are starting to get a little bit old, but they cannot afford to get complacent.
They can't
this
slip
game
up
is
here,
not
right?
over yet.
Yeah, they slip up here. They might leave the door open for Stamford a little bit.
But I'll bring it back over to that JV lacrosse game as we're just in between innings, waiting for the game to pick up. As this JV team is undefeated, so to bring up 3 freshmen is something big for them, and they're putting their undefeated season on the line when they put all 3 of their defense as freshmen. But they're playing great right now, so and it looks like a blowout. Yeah. As I have no idea how to understand what you're trying to say there, Andy, as you were confused on the inning, but I do think it is bottom 4. As the pitch, so confused how Siegel's still in this game. I want to ask you, Andy, your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I partially expected him to get pulled in that first time when he gave up 10 runs in the first inning, but 9 runs, yeah, gave him 9 runs in the first inning. But I guess the Stanford's really trying to pitch this guy. Maybe they're just trying to develop him into.
Well, he actually has pitched well in the last couple of innings, but
yeah, it was just that first inning that you may have expected he might get taken out.
As Jamali's up to hit, and he's a little bit early on that. Change up, and that's going to be...
Jamali got thrown in the order. I'm wondering what position they put him at. You think they may have put him in pitcher for Grodman? It looks like everyone's pitching 2 innings right now.
No way. Grodman did have a very scary inning. He got out of it, only giving up 2 runs, but a very, very scary inning, as it could have been much worse. And Siegel looked for the sign, delivery, and Jamali's early again on some off-speed junk. So, kind of showing that he's, Jamali kind of showing that he's sitting fastball.
He's waiting for that fastball, he's getting some off speed right now, so that's why he's early. But
Siegel's gonna step off and step back on, but he's looking to pitch, and Jamali takes that pitch. He's early again, so a lot of off speed, a lot of early, but he took that pitch very far foul early. So very interesting to see how Jamali's just hasn't changed up how he's been hitting, and he's now hit 3 balls early sitting off speed. And the next pitch is going to be in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 1-2. Jamali, one of the better hitters, so kind of surprising me that he's not connecting on such kind of meatball pitches that could have been.
Definitely, I think he's. That's what we already talked about. He's waiting for that fastball, right? That's where he might get some more of his deeper hits.
And he actually gets the fastball, which he crushes into the gap, and he's gonna get to second. He's looking to come to third. He's not gonna get to third. He's gonna stay at second. Crushed one into the gap with a double, and perfectly on cue.
Perfect
on cue.
That was amazing.
Andy referencing MLB The Show, which is when you hit the ball perfectly, and it's called a perfect. But Jamali with a nice piece of hitting right there.
And now we have the golden retriever up to bat.
Stop calling him that.
I'm going to call him that. When I'm interviewing in post-game, you already know that's what I'm going to call him.
Oh, yeah. All right. As Siegel threw a first pitch strike to Deutsch. And Deutsch hits it. Ball's coming to us. Heads.
Yo. Oh, my.
But the ball is just going to get over our heads. Wow. A little bit of a scare right there for Andy and I up here.
Dude, I actually thought I was going to have to catch that. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, but
it looks like there's
Teddy. Maybe Teddy's trying to send us a little sign.
It looks like there's a dog in the bullpen.
It's someone walking the dog, Andy. Up in a drop third strike, and Teddy's going to get on. We're a little bit kind of preoccupied right now, distracted by almost getting killed with
we just had a near-death experience.
With a golden retriever fastball.
Golden retriever foul.
But he's able to get on from the drop third strike, and kind of an interesting thing to see as he gets the strikeout, but doesn't get an out, and the runner gets on. So Kind of sucks. For
I mean,
Siegel.
that was also, I'm not going to lie, that wasn't like, the greatest swing from Teddy Deutsch.
Yeah,
It was
why
kind of in
Teddy
the
would
dirt.
swing at something that was in the dirt like that? Kind of confusing.
Awful PCI placement there.
Ooh, as Ben makes a swim move on the JV lacrosse field, kind of carrying it up the field. That's very cool to see. The other freshman, who's actually been on JV all year, he's very good for baseball. And Jamali's going to come home. And pitch was low, passed ball, wild pitch. And Jamali's going to score. Teddy will advance to second. Count's going to be 3-2, and it's going to be 11-3. 11-3. So Siegel threw something that was away from the catcher. He couldn't get to it, and Jamali on third was able to get in. Ooh, to Farnan. He gets the ball down in center field. The center fielder will scoop it up, but that's going to get runners on the corners with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. So, Farnan. That's his second hit of the game, and he points up to us again. Farnan very happy with his performance. He's smiling up. And another hit for him. Not a bad day. As that'll be up to hit. That's Lessing, who pitched last game. Pitched a very good game. Only gave up 1 run.
He's got a great shot here to get an RBI. He just needs a single right now, get an RBI, get Teddy back, and then they'll...
A little bit of a dual threat like most of
extend the
these
lead.
pitchers, as they do hit as well. And
Yeah,
Lessing pitched great last game.
There really is no such thing as a PO in high school baseball, right? Like maybe in varsity, you
Maybe
might have
varsity,
one
like
really
Carter.
good pitcher.
Yeah, a couple of them. No, all the varsity starters usually are POs.
But freshman baseball, you're not gonna have a PO, right? Because you still want to develop these guys. So not everyone pitches, you know. Actually, like not everyone is gonna be a pitcher, so you want to develop these guys to hit as well.
As we have a first and third. I was trying to say Andy, but you took it differently.
Sure.
We have runners on the corners with 1 out, so a double play is in play here. As actually Lessing has walked as I say that, and bases will be loaded with 1 out. Siegel kind of getting flashbacks to the first inning where the bases were loaded.
Little bit of a reminiscent situation here.
As up to hit, that's Dennison. And actually, perfectly on cue, as Dennison did have that hit with bases loaded in the first inning. So a little bit of a deja vu. And Siegel.
Looks like he's still going for some of his off-speed stuff, right? Like that looked like it was. It definitely wasn't a
Siegel
fastball.
with
It
a
sunk
pitch,
a little bit.
and Lessing takes it far into left
Teddy's
field.
gonna tag up.
Teddy's going to tag up, catches it, and he's going to get in easily. Farnan will not advance to third, but a sacrifice fly to left field for Will Dennison, and that'll make the score 12-3. Staples in the bottom of the 4th inning. Honestly, not the worst situation for Siegel, but gets the out. But another run does score, and that's going to be their 12th of the game.
I mean, there's double play potential here, so maybe if they get a grounder, they can try to convert something.
Double play is actually not in order, as they do have 2 outs, so unnecessary. But Porzio is going to hit that ball foul a little bit early.
These offensive innings from Staples sometimes are so long it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, a little bit of a compliment, a backhanded compliment from Andy to the Staples team. As that's going to be just outside, just misses the top corner, and Porzio has the great eye. One of the things that he actually told me a couple days ago, one of his best attributes is being able to, when he pitches, being able to pitch accurately, and when he hits, having a great eye. So, something that he kind of translates from telling me to showing me.
Yeah, definitely, and he's being smart with his hit selection here. He's only going to take what he wants.
The runners did advance to second and third on a wild pitch.
Siegel's having a little bit of trouble here trying to find the strike zone. Even though he's throwing off speed, he's trying to get Nicky to bite.
Siegel's,
it looks like he's not going to. So
Siegel's having a lot of trouble this game.
Yeah.
As that's going to be, he's going to walk Porzio, and he's going to reload the bases. Zahler is going to get up to bat with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Big situation for Staples, as I do think that if they get this run here, then they would get the mercy rule, or actually one more inning until they can get the mercy rule.
Definitely, yeah. As it's 12-3, and you have that run on the bags right now. You have actually multiple of those runs on the bags right now.
As the pitch, Zahler will hit it to shortstop, And he gets it to the second baseman, and that's going to be fielder's choice out, and that's not going to end the inning. Actually, we were wrong on the out count.
You were wrong.
Okay, fine. I was wrong on the out count. As that's actually going to score a run, and 13-3 is the score. Runners are now on first and third as the bases loaded runner advances. But, yes, Andy, if it makes you feel so good about yourself.
It does. It makes me feel amazing.
I was wrong about the out count. No scoreboard, so it is hard to keep track of this a little bit. But, a little bit confusing.
We got JMO up. JMO has a little bit of power. You know, he's definitely a hitter.
JMO up with what now has to be 2 outs. Man on first and third, and the score is 13-3. So the mercy rule is in effect if they do get through another inning without giving up a run. At least that's what we have been told. Yep, 13-3 is the score. And that's going to be a ball outside.
Yeah, take a pitch there.
I am so confused. I don't know about you, Andy, but I am confused why Siegel's still in this game.
A little bit, yeah. But honestly, at this point, you got it. You might as well just keep pitching him, right?
Yeah. Maybe not waste another pitcher in a game that you're down 10 runs.
No, this is freshman high school baseball. It's how you get better. So maybe you're just trying to see.
I'm not sure if that's the thought process in a game right now,
It
but
could be part of it.
It could be. As swing and a miss from Russell, and that's going to make the count 1-2. Russell takes a second to think before he's going to step into the box and prepare. His runner goes to second on the steal. Russell is going to get a nice hit. Shortstop picks it up on a hop, but he's not going to get to the first baseman in time. Lessing scores from third, and that'll make the score 14-3. An onslaught of offense from this Staples team. And Oakley steps into the box with runners on first and second.
I guarantee this is going to be a pop out to right.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting opposite. He's a righty, so that's interesting.
It is.
Honestly.
It's interesting.
A little bit late on those pitches, maybe.
Yeah, that must be what it is. I feel like if Oakley does get on base here, it's not so the situation you want him in. You don't really I feel like you don't want people in front of him. He's so fast. He can steal pretty much whatever he wants.
Oh yeah, but I guess with runners on first and second, that is a good situation.
Beautiful frame from the catcher of Stamford. That was amazing. That was a questionable call by Blue though. I don't know if I agree with that strike call there.
We're not heckling here, and we can call him the umpire. You're gonna call him Blue, fine.
It's just it's baseball terminology.
And the third baseman misses the ball, comes in on a hop, and it goes above his glove.
I don't think blue is really a heckling term, you know? I'm just saying what he is. That's what an ump is.
Yeah.
They're blue.
As Siegel now has bases loaded, 2 outs. As Oakley's able to get a hit, but neither of the runners were able to move from that.
Groddy's up, the pitcher.
The subbed-in pitcher, Oliver Grodman, up to hit with the bases loaded, 2 outs. So, big situation in a game that they're already up 11 runs. I think the game would be officially over if he would be able to get a couple of these runs in.
Definitely.
And the pitch, and it's low, and that's going to make the count 1-1. And that's going to make, and the runner will not go, even though the ball did get past the catcher. Maybe a little bit of sportsmanship there.
I think Zaylor probably could have gotten there. So
as Oakley gives a little wave up on first base to us up here.
Big supporter there.
Big supporter.
Head coach and GM of the Sons of Pitches team.
Yeah, and a pitch low, and that's going to be a walk. That's going to walk in the run, 15-3. And now that's going to... Wow. Siegel now gets talked to again. I don't know if they can take Siegel out of the game. He points to the center fielder as saying that it's his turn to pitch. As a mound visit from the coach. 15-3 seems a little bit late to sub out your pitcher, but the bases are still loaded.
Definitely. You're kind of putting the center fielder in a rough position here. With already having 2 guys on the bags, you're having or 3 guys. I'm sorry. You have a late bases load, and you're just putting someone in that pitcher. That's kind of a rough situation to start someone out in, but
Yeah,
I guess it is what it is.
it definitely. As number 14.
Number 14, Mason Moy is on the mound for Stamford here.
Don't you think it's a little bit late to decide who's gonna, make a pitching change? 15-3, really?
I think it definitely is a little bit late, but it kind of you want to this game. I'm gonna contradict myself. I did say sometimes you don't want to get your guys and you want to keep your guy pitching, just kind of try to develop him.
You don't want to let him sit there for so long and
you
just get
don't want to let him
fed to
sit
the sheep
there.
a little bit.
And now you can let another guy get in, try pitching, see how he does. So
yeah,
it really can go both ways. And
especially
that's what
against
they're
a
trying to do
good
here.
team.
Yeah,
we can get some experience.
Definitely,
it's important. As Sikorsky is gonna pinch run.
Yeah,
they're gonna be taking one of the runners out of the game. Not decided, as the runners are gathered up while the pitcher warms up for this game.
It looks like they took, I believe they're pinch running Grodman at first. Yes, they are.
No,
They're
they
pinch
cannot.
running.
No,
Yeah,
that's Sikorsky.
No, but they took Grodman
yeah.
out, and they're having Sikorsky pinch run.
As he points up to us in the booth, he's loving it. As he heard our call, we are not too far from the field.
We have Reese hitting. Moy is the delivery.
Up and
It's a
Jamali.
hit. Jamali
in between
down
the
to
first
right
and
field
second
grounder.
baseman.
2 runs are going to score.
2 runs are going to score. Oakley
Jameson
with the
Russell
speed
and Luke
gonna get
Oakley.
it, and that's going to make the score
17-3. Score is
forgot.
Score is 17-3. So the game is kind of getting out of hand here. Aiden, do you think this game is going to continue past the 5th inning?
I can't see them making it back to 10 runs now that they're down 17-3. That's a football score, actually.
It is.
We had the same score in a lacrosse game we called a couple weeks ago. So maybe 17-3 is the number.
Maybe it's a special number. And the Golden Retriever's up to bat right now. I tell you, Deutsch, you have Moy.
You gotta stop calling him that.
The windup, the delivery. Strike
and
2 on the count.
If we do think back to last inning, Teddy Deutsch did try to kill us.
He did try to. Do you remember
he did try to murder his friends in the booth.
Us.
But we were able to narrowly avoid death.
There's a ball there from Moy, so the count is now 1-2 with Teddy.
What's up, Reese? Reese,
hi,
Reese
Jamali's waving up to the booth. There's a lot of love here for WWPT.
Yeah, the entire team loves what we're doing here at WWPT, and they're not afraid to show it.
And there's another ball there from Moy, so the count is now 2-2 for Teddy here, the unicorn.
All right, unicorn golden retriever. Firstly, pick one, and then secondly, stop calling that.
Deutsch with the hit, center field. Center fielder will not get there.
Yeah.
Nick is turning home. Hungry Zebra, and he will score, making it 18-3.
And Deutsch with a great hit to center. Nice job, Teddy.
Teddy Deutsch with a beautiful hit.
Yes, Teddy. And he's also pointing up to the booth, so we love to see all of these players.
We have Jack Farnan up to bat, big chin. He's waiting on the pitch from Moy. The windup, delivery, ball 1. Count is 1-0.
So this is an onslaught of offense.
Definitely. Long inning.
Yeah, and
Very long inning.
Teddy not talking to the first baseman, so Teddy just likes to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
A little bit of a... And that's going to be fouled up,
Farnan.
and Lessing's going to get that out of play.
Count is 1-1.
I do think that I do wonder how Sikorsky was able to come back into the game. Are the rules different than normal baseball?
I mean, I'll tell you what, the extent to substitutions, from my understanding, is just the MLB. So I for high school, I believe you can do that, especially in freshmen.
You can probably in MLB baseball and what you see on TV, those are where once you sub a player out or in, you cannot sub them back out, or you cannot sub them back in the game once you sub them out of the game.
Yep.
And Sikorsky started the game on the bump.
Jack Farnan just got walked. There's now bases loaded for Jared Lessing to come up.
2 outs. And Lessing's going to come to hit. But I'm so confused how the substitutions work because they weren't subbing earlier, but now Sikorsky comes in at third. Now he's putting a sweatshirt on. He's possibly out of the game again.
Yeah, it's really confusing over there. As
Maybe Grodman got hurt.
The pitch gets delivered to Lessing and is a strike. He does not swing on it though, so the count is 0-1. Moy's looking around, checking his surroundings, see if he wants to go for a pickoff. Wind up, the delivery. Ball one, above Jared Lessing's head, which is not the hardest to do. He's not the tallest human in the world, so.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of being a smaller hitter.
Yeah,
it's just that you can
strike zone
smaller.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
It's something that's very evident when you play MLB The Show 21, right, Andy?
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you got to consider there have been some bad short players like Jose Altuve, the cheater. You know,
the cheater himself. There's one thing about the MLB Yankee and Red Sox fan can agree upon.
We hit the Astros.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a strikeout, an eephus pitch.
I'm surprised that
left.
Jared didn't swing at that one. Definitely.
Yeah, well, that was so slow.
That was very slow.
That
was
was
I thought he probably could have.
30 miles an hour would be.
Definitely could have hit that, but I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on with the fielding. See if they're doing any more changes. They still have J-Mo at third. They have Luke at short.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As Harrison has something he's about to add to our game, something that we maybe didn't catch, as that's kind of what Harrison's been doing all game, finding things that we weren't noticing throughout the game.
Oh, you have Teddy Deutsch going back out to first base.
Yep, they realize they're making the defensive position change.
Yep. They don't want to give up anything else, and that does look like you have Will Dennison taking the mound.
Yeah.
So Grodman will no longer be pitching for the
and
Strikers.
After the scary inning, they're gonna put their players back in their normal positions.
JMALI had a big double there. Then scored. Farnham had a nice hit and moved the runner over. We had that foul ball over here at the booth hit by Teddy. Almost had to jump out of my electric wheelchair to catch it. BDN used to counting lacrosse scores, not baseball out counts. But Staples is up by so much doesn't matter.
That's true. Staples is up by a lot.
So yeah, I am a little bit more familiar with the game of lacrosse, but this sport I do love as well. Oh, as Harrison had just said to us, Harrison had just added to us, as we forgot to mic him up, but Harrison had just added his insight on not being able to really keep up with the score, on generally how it was easier to keep the lacrosse score than it is, and then talking about how some really nice hits from Farnan and from Deutsch. And definitely some helpful insight from Harrison today. And we really want to thank Harrison for coming out and helping us out today in the booth. And makes it a lot easier on us to have someone else to help us. So thank you, Harrison.
With it being 18-3, I'm curious to see what Stamford will do with the deficit this inning. I'm curious to see what Stamford will do with this deficit this inning. See if they can muster some hits together and maybe get a couple of runs on the board.
Because if they do not manage to get 6 runs this inning, I am fairly certain that that'll be the end of the game.
Yeah, I think the 5th is probably where they ended after mercy rule.
Yeah, there is a mercy rule. Not exactly sure if it's a 5th or 6th inning thing.
I do believe it only applies to double headers, as we were informed before, but no.
As Dennison is up on the mound.
Dennison with the first pitch throws a strike. Dennison with the windup, the delivery. It's going to be a foul ball by number 1 on Stamford, Mason Deventine. Yeah. As we do have as Aiden and I are sure, the mercy rule is in effect as 18-3. Count is 0-2 right now. Will Dennison steps off the mound. Steps back on the mound. Steps off it again.
Willie having a little bit of a...
Doesn't like his position, I guess. Alright, he's going wind up.
And my brother actually behind, as there is a senior motorcade today.
Oh, yeah, there is.
What's up, Jared? Yeah, there is the senior motorcade, which is a very big tradition for the seniors that they almost lost this year, but they are able to get it back.
And that's strike 3. There's now 1 out down in the top of the 5th right now.
And they'll throw the ball around the infield, even though they just dropped it. Having a little fun. Sikorsky's back in right field, by the way. But we will get some player interviews after this game, and I am very excited to interview some of my friends.
So there's a little meeting over at the mound with Dennison and Nick Porzio. But Dennison's getting ready to throw in another pitch.
Teddy, come up after the game. Everyone to come up after the game.
We were just informing Teddy to come up after the game.
Yep.
This his interview is very important to us here.
And informing the players of the, as I did mute my mic for just a second, we are informing the players of their post-game interviews. Definitely an exciting thing we are able to do here, thanks to our amazing radio station here at WWPT.
There's a 2-0 count right now. Dennison's throwing 2 balls so far. Little off-speed action from him right now, and not the fastballs that we were seeing previously. But I think he'll get back to it. Throw a strike right now.
Yeah, Willie Dennison is not known for bringing the heat.
Yeah, there's a hit up, and it looks like it's been an infield fly to Luke Oakley. There we go. 2 outs down in the top of the 5th. See what transpires here.
And only 1 out away from the mercy rule being in play. So definitely got to get something going here. I mean, it's almost impossible to get at this point to say they're gonna get 5 runs without getting another out. But there's a nice hit
to center field.
Oh,
dropped by Zayler.
Zayler kind of got a little thinking about maybe what he was eating for dinner, thinking about what he was doing after the game.
Not paying attention.
And thought he already had the ball in his mitt, and it popped out. And the game will continue. I guess you can never say never.
You can never say never, that's true. That's Nick Porzio being the bat boy. Clearing the bat for Stamford.
And we got to give a round of applause to Porzio, 7-inning catcher.
Really stepped up here in this game.
Yeah.
It's a doubleheader, and JMO gets hurt at the beginning, and you know that you got to step up, and he's done that perfectly.
And JMO actually hurt his. Maybe JMO was able to do it by the end of the game and feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
But he was hurt to the point where maybe putting him in at catcher wasn't the smartest decision.
Definitely.
And Nicky was doing well enough to where they didn't need to take him
steps up on the mound. The delivery, strike 1. Beautiful fastball there from Dennison.
Yeah, that didn't look like a fastball. Actually, a changeup there. But so hard to tell when he doesn't throw all too hard. And
questionable call there from the.
No, that was a little bit outside. Hard to see from our angle on the first baseline, but a curveball that just missed outside.
See, and I'm going to disagree with you there. I think that was definitely a strike.
Well,
strike number 2 there. Yeah. We're in a 1-2 count here.
Lots of one strike away from being the end of this game. And Teddy looks up.
Lots of pressure being put on the Stamford hitter right here.
As the delivery. Dennison.
Oh, a rocket to short. They get the out at second. That's the end of the 5th.
But hold up for a second, as we aren't totally sure how the mercy rule works. So we don't know if that was the end of the game. We're about to find out.
It looks like
that's going to be the end of the game. The mercy rule. And that'll do it for the streaming portion of our broadcast here today.
Yep.
As O'Shea, we'd like to thank O'Shea Productions for streaming for us, but he's got to pack it up and go head to another game. But we're going to stay here on the radio for just a little bit more, as we are about to get some player interviews after the team huddle for Staples. But Harrison has something he wants to